Let's talk about debt. Should you take on debt to start your Amazon journey or avoid it entirely? This is Rochelle, and welcome to Multiple Passive Streams of Income. Now, I think I'm 100% correct when I say all of the most popular Amazon private label YouTubers you watch have failed at their first product on Amazon, which means they went into debt or squandered some savings in doing so. And I know I'm 100% correct when I say I keep it 1,000 with you when I create content for my channel. Now, I can't answer whether you should go the debt route to pursue an Amazon business, but I do believe you can answer that question better for yourself if you understand opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. In other words, it's the value of the road not taken. So are you better off taking the time to save to start your Amazon business versus using a credit card or taking out a loan to start right now? Now let's really look at all the layers of this decision. First of all, you have to have money saved or some type of income. I see people dreaming of becoming rich with no pot to piss in, excuse my French. You have to have some money to start, whether that's money saved, future income, some credit cards, or you can partner with a person that has at least one of these options available to them. And by the way, people do this with time and effort as well. If your life is consumed with family and obligations, you will need to free up time to devote to this journey and any journey that you decide to start. If your space is cluttered, you need to declutter so you can work efficiently. We all have deficiencies to overcome, so money is not always the only dilemma. Sourcing your first product will take time, so you theoretically could save money or a portion of the money while you're learning and while you're researching your first product and then eventually launching your product. Let's look at the saving all the money scenario first. Depending on how long it will take you to save the money needed to launch your first product will be the opportunity cost you pay for not launching when you're ready to launch. The opportunity cost is not having a product at Amazon, not being able to optimize your PPC campaigns, not being able to rank your product, basically stymieing your growth, and ultimately not creating sales while you wait to save. Now let's look at the debt route. If you have income and some credit to your name, you probably can incur debt to start your Amazon journey immediately. In most likelihood, your profitability won't be immediate due to having to pay in full the cost to manufacture your product. There's going to be a delay to ship your product to Amazon. Then there's the ranking of your product. And when you do start to make sales, Amazon holds some reserves for future returns. And it takes a good month or so once you start to make consistent sales for your Amazon disbursements to start to flow with them holding less reserves. So in all likelihood, you are going to have to pay that monthly loan or monthly credit card payments with your job income or your savings until all this happens. But what if your first product fails? There are no disbursements to make those payments. Are you going to let tiny failures allow you to quit? Can you stomach another losing product if you don't quit? Definitely scary, definitely unsettling, but you have to trust that there's a formula and method to becoming profitable on Amazon. And if all the free content can't produce that result, and you go it alone and fail, there is coaching out there to get you to the promised land. I always talk about my coach, Jeffrey Loho. And again, he is from AOE. And if you're interested in coaching, just check it out. The link is in the description below. So let me tell you my debt story. I failed at 3 products before I took another leap of faith to hire a coach. And he told me what to sell. The product is a printable product. He didn't tell me what to print on the product. But by the grace of God, the design I chose worked. So, could the design have failed? Absolutely. Could that have been a 4th failed product? Absolutely. Could that have knocked me out the game? Absolutely. Just telling you the story makes me feel more grateful and appreciative because I was virtually 1 product away from unaffordable minimum monthly payments from the debt that it incurred and basically financial disaster because it would have taken me years to recover and it would have halted my immediate dreams. Now, initially, I was able to do credit card transfers to credit cards offering no interest on balance transfers. This allows you to transfer a credit card balance to another credit card and not pay interest for a limited time. These offers are usually 6 months to 2 years, and it allows you to pay a lower monthly payment. And the credit card is basically hoping that you cannot pay off the entire balance before the offer expires. And that's how they make their money. Now, be aware that the balance transfers usually have a low percentage one-time payment requirement. So it's usually 2 to 5% of the balance you want to transfer. But if you pay off the balance before the expiration of the offer, you can really take advantage of going into debt without paying a lot of interest. And it is a great strategy, especially if you can create a successful product on your first try. The problem that eventually occurred was I had to use more credit cards to launch more products because I never anticipated 3 failed products. And eventually those no interest balance offers stopped coming because credit cards saw my debt to income ratio rise and my credit score lower because of it. And since my first 3 products failed, I had little to no disbursements coming in from Amazon. So I needed to pay the monthly credit card payments with my job income in order to not default. And eventually all the no interest offers expired and the low monthly payments were 3 times more. So I really dug a hole for myself and it could have been disastrous indeed. Another burden of debt is the lowering of your credit score. So I would suggest making any needed bigger purchases before you take on debt. In other words, if you need to buy a car soon, buy it while you have your better credit scores because your monthly car payment is based on how good or how poor your scores are at the time you make the purchase. Do the same for a house purchase if that's something that you know you're going to need to do in the near future. So currently, I have not erased the debt I created, but I'm confident I will be out of debt by 2022 because I have a skill set now that is profitable. I know the sales of my first product. My second product just arrived to Amazon, so I'm confident I can rank it and make more sales than the first product. And I will be releasing 2 more variations of my product and hope to have it manufactured, shipped, and available for sale on Amazon by June. Lastly, I know the magic of Q4 and how well my products sell at that time. So God willing, those sales alone should be able to wipe out all the failed product debt that I incurred. I also know that the disbursements before Q4 will allow me to pay off my monthly credit card obligations while reducing the total debt as I throw chunks of money at the balances when I receive disbursements now from 2 products So it's no longer my job income making the credit card payments. On the screen is a quick illustration of how debt works once you have consistent profitability. If you take the debt route to fund your Amazon journey, you will pay down that debt as you go, but you will have to increase debt every time you reorder. Each round of profitability, you will be able to reduce total debt by repaying the newest debt from your reorder and paying down the debt you incurred to start your journey. Each reorder and repayment cycle reduces the overall debt. Scaling your business and increasing profitability will allow you to increase the repayment part of the equation, thus increasing the speed of the repayment. You will repeat this process until you are debt-free. Now, I can't answer whether debt is the right route, but when you understand opportunity costs, you should be able to make a better educated decision for yourself. Hopefully, my story gives you inspiration and doesn't scare you. Obviously, I'm not risk averse. I'm not scared of debt. I don't shy away from challenges. Be mindful. If you are able to get to your first successful, profitable product quicker than I did, your journey will be a lot less stressful. Please comment below if you went into debt to start a business. Did it work out for you or not? I'd like to shout out Gretchen Carter, who constantly comments on my videos. Thank you for the support. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for your time, as I know you could be any other place right now. Take care.